Gangadhar. This is a lovely visit. So I understand that you are currently director of consulting sales at Microsoft. We are very, very proud of your accomplishments, professional and personal. Of course, considering that you're also an alumni of Amrita. So I understand you've done your MBA from Amrita in the Coimbatore campus from 2004 to 6. So this is lovely. I think I joined Amrita just at the end of that term in 2005 end. I just thought I'll start by asking you, how does it feel now when you've come back to this campus?
First of all, thank you for having me here today. To answer your question, coming back to the campus, I think it's almost close to 20 years since I passed out, 19-20 years. And I've been very fortunate. Time flies. And I've been very fortunate to keep visiting Amrita various campuses,
yes,
at least yearly couple of times.
Amazing.
I love being back at the campus because I still feel I'm very much closely part of the campus as good as a student
here, because now Amrita has 10 campuses. So when you say it's lovely to come back to the campus, it could be any of those campuses.
Yeah, Bengaluru, Coimbatore, at least I've been regular in attending and visiting and talking to students, doing some workshops once in a way for the MBA batch here, there, few times. Yeah, I wish I could be here every month, but...
So if I may know, what is the nature of these workshops that you've done?
I've done various things for MBA, especially during the placement season. Every year I do like a couple of days I spend in the campus and trying to help them to think through on how they even write the resume.
Right.
Many times these students have a lot of skills, but they do not know how to position because they undermine these skills. I help them in resume rewriting. I do mock interviews.
Okay.
I do personal interviews with students, especially those who have not been able to clear interview, 3-4 interviews, they are not able to clear. There is 1% course correction required. Yeah. The simple, nothing complex.
Critical 1%.
Yeah. And for example, resume. A lot of these young freshers will not have a lot of points to write in the resume. They just fill it. What's your strength? Sincerity. Now when I ask, can you give an example of when you were so sincere that it affected you? They'll keep looking up, down, they struggle. Then I tell, remove that. Think through your own journey of 15-20 years. What are the 3 things you can stand out? What did you stand out for?
Fantastic. Gangadhar, I was just reminded of something that my younger brother said. He's president in an MNC. So he was called to conduct some interviews for his company at one of the IIMs. This is one of the top IIMs. I don't want to name the name. But after about 7 or 8 interviews, the coordinator said they'll take a refreshment break. And he was just being a good host. So my younger brother said, yeah, that's fine. Let's come back after 15 minutes. During that break, the coordinator said that he had been talking to the people who had finished their interviews just then and getting feedback from them. So apparently the students were telling him, sir, we are very confused because the interviewer is not asking any questions. He was just chatting with us. So we don't know whether the interview has actually taken place. So you see, in the mind of the students, there's a very formulaic approach. And they think that this is the way to prepare for the interview and nothing else.
Correct.
So I just wanted to start with this, that I feel it's very wrong to say that you're preparing for interviews. You're preparing for a career.
Exactly.
And for the career, what are the skills and competencies and knowledge required? So we are preparing for that. Then you're automatically prepared for the interview.
Correct.
And so I was just thinking, you have this rich experience, and this rich experience is not just quantitative in terms of number of years, but I see the diversity of it and the different kinds of skills and competencies you picked up that's landed you now in your current role in Microsoft. And I was just thinking that diversity of experience and wealth of experience, now when you said you want to demystify the process, I think that's fantastic, because that's, I think, what is needed. Not a formulaic approach for CV preparation and focus group discussion preparation and all that. So I will ask you this. It's one thing that you have that wealth of experience, but from Amrita, we are feeling very proud and thankful that you've actually decided to give back. What motivated you to do this?
See, actually, many times it's your own life's experiences at certain stage.
Yeah.
You know, I always feel that, luck is very important in life. And even more than luck, what is important is having the right mentors. Right mentors can help you to find luck.
Right.
And I've always seen, good or bad, thanks to all that experiences which I've had. Every time at every stage, I've hit a very, very big roadblock. I've hit a wall. I'm just running, suddenly I see a 20 feet wall, and I'm like, oh my God, this is a wall. I can't jump, I can't do anything. But somewhere a hand has come and just broken the wall.
Course correction.
Course correction. Someone has broken the wall, and that small phone call from someone saying, hey, don't worry, man, things will be all right. Or it could be somebody you never expected. They come in the way and say, hey, have patience, sit for one day, it will get broken on its
So
own.
it's not just some sort of technical or professional advice, but it's also a sense of compassion that's being introduced.
I'll give an example. There was a kid who had failed 8 interviews. You can imagine, in a campus placement. Petrified. He was like, I thought I'm very good, but every interview I'm failing. I was sitting with the guy. I asked him, he said, sir, like this, some story he was telling me. I kept on talking. 15 minutes was a slot given by my professors there with every student because there were 40 students. I spent 1 hour with the guy. I kept on asking. After some time, he told, sir, I have done 500 stage shows on Mridangam.
Wow.
I don't know, what were you doing? 40 minutes? 40 minutes is 8 interviews you failed, no wonder. Now I said, look, let's rebuild your storyline. How much time have you spent on Mridangam? Sir, since I was 5-year-old. Wow. This many stage, 500 awards, all this. What are you doing? The interviewer is looking at, is this guy consistent, pushing the line and a winner? Can he consistently keep improvising his life and deliver? Can he learn? Can he learn same skill 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000, improvise on it? He is checking the basic concepts, and you are telling, sir, I have written 3 articles which never got published. That is not your strength. Your strength is here. Yeah. When I told him, your pitch should be, please tell me about yourself. Golden opportunity. If you start with, sir, I am a passionate musician. I've done 500 stage shows. And like in music, if you listen to my continuous 7 days of my music performance, the same song, if I play 7 different days, you will not get bored because I improvise on every single day. Yeah. I said, do you do it? He said, of course, sir, I do it. Which means your storyline has to be, in my music, how I improvise on every day, because I'm not satisfied with my status quo. In anything I do, I improvise. If I get a task to be done, if I don't improvise next day, I feel I lost an audience. I lost a room full, people are laughing at me. So I am petrified with that. I sit, I work tomorrow, how can I improvise on myself? This is my only strength, sir. Now the next interview he cracked, sent a long note to me saying how he cracked 2 interviews next day. One, he got shortlisted, second, he got an offer. I think something like that. I think he is doing very well after that. So all they needed was someone to hear them and give one small fill in the blanks. You have to put 2 words in it, rest they will only fill it.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, so first thing is the wealth of experience that you've acquired, professional experience. Second, that you've decided to give back and you have that motivation. But the third, I feel the method of delivery that's there, it is not just giving a physical object, but it has succeeded in making them self-aware. And I think that is a perfect ingredient for.
I look at myself just as a mirror. I show the mirror, you know answers already.
So then it's a permanent change, transformation in there. That's fantastic. And I'm just thinking, so if you've seen this, and Amrita, in my eyes, being very unique, I also have a follow-up question based on what I've observed with our Chancellor. Whenever the world has extended any kind of praise, lauding her efforts at human development across the world, there are so many amazing humanitarian projects going on. So whenever someone's tried to give credit to Amma, she's always started by saying, but this is all because of my children. And so now her children are basically now in the university setting. They are the students, they are the parents, they are the faculty, they are the university leadership and so on. And so if I take just one segment of it, which is the faculty. Now you had exposure at least for the first, the 2 years of your MBA. And I just want to know, what have you seen in terms of your interaction with the faculty that has shaped you in some way?
I think if I can talk about my own experience, faculty at Amrita is not just a faculty. There you can keep them in your mind as your, Pedda Dodappa, you can father's brother or mother's family, absolutely. And I've seen them nurturing students, like going out of the way. Out of the way is not even the right word. There, I've seen students going home and cooking in their kitchens. I'm not joking. I have done it myself many times and one day when the mess is closed at 8:30, you are busy preparing, you just message in the group that faculty member will call you home at 10:30, cook some rice and give you some curd or buttermilk or something along with that. I think, it is beyond student formal relationship. And I've seen they are so interested in your personal success. And it is really, not one, not two. I am seeing entire culture. And they stand out of the way for, when you look at them, they are not preaching something like, guys, you should do like this. They just don't even tell you. You just look at them, you feel like you want to follow most of them. And their ethics standards are next level. And you feel ashamed even to, look at them and do some wrongdoing. You feel, man, what will sir think? And, there is very unique relationship between faculty and students at Amrita is what I have seen. And it is phenomenal. They are like practically role models for a lot of students. Faculties are also going out of the way. My own summer internship, I was talking 20 years back, because Amrita was just becoming a name and it is still, internships were very tough. I have seen faculty members sitting like on a phone constantly through the day, using their own personal contacts to fit students into internships. In most places, you see there's a placement cell, you try on your own, you get it, you don't get it, you don't eligible, you're not qualified for it. But here, they're putting their personal equity. Hey, can you please help my boy? And they were able to place students. And that relationship is very, very different.
Lovely. In the professional journey, while there is some place for modesty, it is also important to project yourself so that it's not just about looking at career advancement, but so that the leadership knows what are the situations in which you would be adding strength to the team or to the project and so on. So I'm sure you would have gone through some of these situations. And if you look at your 20-year journey in the industry, are there certain highlights that you would like to mention? I'm just thinking in terms of maybe you feel a sense of fulfillment having had those roles or having successfully completed certain projects. And I'm not saying success from the perspective of benefiting the company with 20% sales and revenue increase or something, but success in sense of giving you a sense of fulfillment.
So I can talk about, of course, I've been doing pretty well from what I've been doing perspective. I don't want to touch that part upon, but I'll talk about some experiences which are very hard. I was working for a startup a few years back, and there was a situation where there was a global crisis going on and we had to let go of 50% of the team.
Wow.
And I knew, though no one had told me, I knew it is an eventuality in the next 3 months, 6 months. At that time, I knew this is eventuality. I had a large team. I got a call from another big company. They offered me very good salary and a lot of things. And it was very lucrative. It would have helped me to make a little bit more money and whatever it is thing. And it was a higher position as well. But I took a decision that if I leave now, there is already a lot of uncertainty in the teams. People were waiting and watching what will happen. Will we have roles? Will we not have roles in 3 months, 4 months time? And I don't know if it was 3 months or the next day or the next week. Even my job could have been gone in that process because the situation was a little tough.
Right.
And one thing, with all my experience and with my background and with what I've learned all my life, I did is I said no to the job. I stayed back and we went through that process. We let go of the same amount of people. In the process, I had actually offered, why don't you let go of me and keep few more people in the company? And of course, it was not even, I was not even asked whether you have the choice, but finally I had the role for some more time, for a couple of more years. people were let go. But one thing is that during that period, from the day I said no to that big offer to the day we let go of hundreds of people, I had a peaceful sleep, thinking that if I had taken the role, it is like deserting the ship as a captain and taking a small boat and escaping. So that I could not have lived with myself for all my life. It would have haunted me. So I think taking a decision on keeping yourself front, taking your personal reasons in the front, I think could have hurted me all my life. I think this is some of my life learning have taught me to take some decisions like this without really be bothered about what will happen to you. But you have to be there at the right place when some things don't work out well as well.
Lovely. I think without really intending, I think a lot of beautiful messages and advice, I think, has come forth, which I am sure our audience of students will appreciate a lot. But on that thought, I know your time is very precious, so I'm just thinking maybe one last point I want to cover. Our students, I always try to get people from different walks of life to come and speak to them so that they broaden their mental horizons. I don't want a person in a particular field who's got, let's say, a mechanical engineering degree to only think within that domain, but to think outside the box and think outside across other domains. But in order for them to do that, they should also feel a sense of assurance. I think you've spoken a little bit about how you've created a sense of self-assurance and self-confidence, like with that Mridangam example. I think that's just fantastic if students can wake up to that and understand where they can get that self-assurance and self-confidence. That's fantastic. So I'm just going to ask you to reflect on your life and maybe look at certain sources that have provided you with that sense of self-confidence and self-assurance. And maybe I would like to see that as a message to our students today and in future that are to come to Amrita as well.
Sure. See, I have prepared for the worst and planned for the best. Typically, every time I do, if there are let us say there are 100 people who buy a ticket and there were 99 prizes, I always believe I am that last guy who is not going to go with a prize home. Because that is my assessment of self, and from there I work backwards to see that what is my plan now. Assuming 99 tickets and you are that 100th guy.
Yeah.
So that will keep away majority of my disappointment away, because I'm preparing for that, being that one person. So who is not that 99 among the 99. When you prepare for the 99, you will go home disappointed all the time.
Especially being so close.
Yeah. So recently, we were doing a small small school friend circle. We were doing entire year academics required books and other stuff for a government school. A friend of mine donated 51 bags and there were 52 students. And the other friend who was distributing it said, don't worry, send it. I said, no chance, we will send that to you. And I bought a bag and sent it because I said, I am that student.
Yeah.
Full year who will not have a bag and use an old bag. Well, 51 of my classmates are having a new bag. I put myself in that boat always and work backwards. Yeah. That's the first thing. So it causes less disappointment when you are not prepared for it. And then throttle 200%. Yeah. When you are working, you are that last person. Let's say you are starting 1 kilometer behind 99 people. How are you going to run? You have to run like mad. So you are to be prepared to put that 300% effort in order to beat 99 people who are 1 mile ahead of you. So I mentally always prepared that I am that guy. I'm left behind always. You have to run faster. So that keeps you on your toes all the time and will not get complacency to hit you.
Yeah.
Irrespective.
Right.
So third thing is, it is my DNA, thanks to my mother, parents, everyone. I'm high energetic. That gives me more time to, not lose any hope, any confidence. So that helps me a lot. And that is my strength. Someone else might have their strength. They need to find what is their strength.
True.
Some of them are marathon runners, some of them are sprinters, some of them can walk for 100 miles, some of them are ultra marathoners.
Right.
You need to understand your strength.
Right.
But one thing is given, every day morning, get up, expect there will be a failure and this is what I'm going to do, rather than preparing for success. This is one thing which I do, works amazingly well. And not that I'm pessimistic, I'm highly optimistic. But if you do not accept that there will be a failure, you will be a disappointment for yourself. Fail, but don't, I'm not saying give up. Fail. You succeed, consider that as a substandard success and keep working on the next level of success. So that is one thing which I feel will have a snowballing effect, and it will also not make you complacent. Let's say someone who became a CEO of a big company, if he says, oh, I landed here. Now, he's going to not have that role for a long time.
Right.
And next important thing is learning. And I'm 47, 46, 47. Every single day, without a failure, I sit on my self-learning. And I have a personal P&L statement I make every year on what did I learn and what opportunities I didn't make was last year. So these some of the things which in your own, as a student, in your own sense, you make a list of 10 things. Upgrading yourself is super important in this world. Otherwise you are left behind.
Yeah.
Have a spirit. The spirit is that, success, all you need is a small catalyst. Find early mentors who can help you, and not like you won't spend 30 minutes every week. No one will have time. Have 10 people who you can go to take some critical decisions. And always be that person who is willing to extend hand. It might be anybody. Can you pick up? If people say they're busy, I ask them, don't you have 30 minutes? You can just step into an orphanage or a government school and meet the principal and say, sir, can I teach English? Actually, you're not teaching, you're learning. People mistake that they're teaching. When you go to teach, actually you learn more. So my advice to students is pick up some 5-10 things and let it be 15 minutes per month to start with. But do it discipline. Consistency is the only thing which can take you in a long run. You, in a spirit, you go and do one volunteering, you come back and you say, oh, my ego is satisfied. That won't help. Do something consistently like 20 years. Ask yourself, can I do this for 20 years? And then start something. Every month, can I spend 30 minutes in some underprivileged society, something for 20 years. Write down on a book, I will do this for 20 years. Ask yourself every week, what are my failures? I committed 4 trips in the last quarter. I did 1. So my success rate is 25%. I failed 75% of the time. Next month, can I do 2 visits? So this is how I look at things.
Fantastic, Gangadhar. It's been a pleasure interacting with you.
Thank you, sir.
Let me end on this note. So you mentioned 20 years. I don't know whether I'll be alive 50 years from now, but I'm just thinking this is a fantastic foundation, this conversation, in terms of this campus reflecting on these valuable lessons. Now, you mentioned giving a hand. Now, in Hindi, there's an expression, haath dena, haath de diya. That actually means between, right? But I want to suggest that of haath dena in the sense of saath dena.
Saath dena.
So, with that, maybe you can shake hands and let it be symbolic in terms of creating a bridge now, not just between you and me, but for the organization with all other social organizations.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
So that with a spirit of giving,
compassion,
we can go forward.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.